Hey guys, Kato24 here on why EA Sports is going to be doomed as a company unless it makes some major changes. So, I am just fed up with EA Sports at this point. They make some pretty decent games. I mean, Madden is decent most of the time. NBA Live is pretty good as far as basketball games go. Yeah, it's pretty good. But EA Sports really needs to change what it's about as a company because consumers are just getting sick of it. So as you can see, we have the new Madden trailer for Madden 19, and who honestly cares at this point about who cares? It's the same old stuff. It's the same old. The graphics may or may not be slightly improved. Gameplay is going to be virtually the same as always. I can't. The last big quote-unquote big change to gameplay I can remember is they gave an auto sprint feature. And besides that, the last real good Madden game I can think of was Madden 10, and because it had some cute mini game stuff and I think it was just one of the best Madden games. But yeah, who cares about Madden at this point? It's just gonna be the same old stuff. They're not going to give us anything extra because EA Sports, it's not them to just give us anything extra unless we want to pay a lot more for what we should be entitled to in the first place.
We can shut you down.
NBA Live is probably more promising in terms of EA Sports' future, but NBA Live 18, it was a good idea. 2K is just squandering what it has going with the stupid microtransactions and stuff with EA Sports' thing, but NBA Live didn't really take advantage of it as well as it could. The game is pretty good. Some things are pretty dumb, like once you get into the paint, it's just over. Dunks are like ridiculous to guard and whatnot, but it's a pretty good game, and there's no microtransactions, so you definitely should get it over 2K. But of course, 2K is going to resolve that microtransaction issue with the upcoming 2K game. But NBA Live 18, it had so much potential, and you should be excited for NBA Live 19. But if it remedies such things, so let you see some NBA Live 18 gameplay as I talk about EA Sports' flaws. So, NBA Live 18. EA Sports had like I said, it had an opportunity to really take advantage of 2K just messing up with the microtransactions. They thought they had like a monopoly on the basketball game business. They don't. EA just said, you know what, we can do it too. They gave a pretty good game, but I don't know what they were thinking. They gave the product and that was it. I've said in one of my older videos that there's just nothing to do really. Like, they only give you so much to do. So you came with your single-player campaign where you're a creative player. I completed a season and whatnot, and I won the finals, and it's just, I've been there, done that. I have 2 creative players, but there's not much for me to do once you win it all. There's a superstar trait for the people who, if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. There's a superstar trait that can max out your character from a 98 to 100 overall, but that's just for the league. There's two game modes. I'll keep it short. There's 2 game modes: the league and the streets. For the league, you can max out your player to 100 by winning a lot of games, which is pointless because, I mean, sure, you're going to be 100 overall, but you're just going to be doing a single-player thing, and that doesn't really do much for you. I mean, if you really find it satisfying, then I guess you could do it. But anywho, EA just doesn't... It does dumb stuff like that, like not maxing out your character to 100 overall. But just the dumbest things are like not updating the store of a game. I mean, you produce a game, you got to update the store so players can keep buying new stuff. They didn't update the store. They don't update the descriptions of the courts. Months ago, the 3v3 court was added, and it still says, "Welcome to our new 3v3 court." They're not adding any new content to the game. the live events are awful, and they're recycling old I'll just call it loot boxes, whatever's, that they've been out for months, but they don't want to add any new ones because they're too lazy. And when we do get a new thing, it's probably just like some dumb pair of shoes or a sleeveless shirt with a tiny little logo that took took someone to like 10 seconds to make. It's just, why? They get so lazy, and you can't just give us a well-rounded product that we feel good about getting. We don't feel like we're cheated. We don't feel like we've got an incomplete product. Like, NBA Live 18 was really close, but it kind of feels like an incomplete product with the store not being updated. There's limited things to do. There's a ranked mode where you can play random people online, but it's kind of pointless. There's a leaderboard system, but it's pointless because you're not going to earn anything from that. You get a trophy for winning one ranked game, then it's like, why bother playing? Because there's nothing else to do. And then, let's see. And then NBA Live Mobile is just, oh my, I deleted the game because I am so sick of it. So last year it was really fun. I had a team. You have multiple teams, and all my teams were above a 90 overall. I think they were like a 93-ish. They were all somewhere around there. It was okay. Look, that was a nice glitch by NBA Live once more. Anywho, so my teams were above a 90 overall, right? All fans all around the world, they grinded this game. It was so much fun, and then all our progress was lost for the upcoming year. And they said they were gonna give us these things called season tickets to appease us, so we could the better your team was, the more achievements you unlock, you get these season tickets, so you get a head start on your team for the next year. Yeah, the season tickets were pretty useless. It just ended up being a huge waste of my time. All that time I played last year, purely just for my own satisfaction, because I have nothing to show for it. The best thing I got was an 80 overall Jerry West, but then if you play NBA Live Mobile, you know that's not gonna last you very long if you're decent at the game. So I stuck with it. I shouldn't have, but I stuck with NBA Live Mobile because, like lots of EA Sports games, the raw gameplay is fun. Especially if you're a fan of basketball or football, then you'll play the game just because you're a fan. And the game is good enough, so you'll keep playing without just breaking your controller. Well, you might throw a few controllers with a few of the dumb things they do, but you'll play the game because it's pretty fun and the gameplay is just good enough, so you can keep playing. But NBA Live Mobile, they had this stupid idea that this was the last straw for me because there's so many microtransactions. They're constantly advertising new players. It's a ridiculous grind to get a new. Sometimes the grind is just ridiculous. Like, you have to play the game just non-stop for just forever, like all day, not exaggerating, just to unlock some new players without money. And it's so hard to actually grind for players. You just have to just keep on buying stuff in the store, which is ridiculous. And people you can see online have these complex formulas and strategies for outsmarting the auction system and trying to beat the sets, and you can see all the time in these forums, is this new live event farmable? And then you can see a bunch of rants about, no, that live event isn't farmable because blah 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 blah, they want you to buy this pack in the store, and it's ridiculous. So the last straw for me was there's this new live event. I've been really fed up with the game, but there was this new live event. I got pretty excited, right? And then turns out to unlock half of these new events and this new live event, I don't know what you call it. Let's just call it, not necessarily a game mode. Let's just call it a string of live events, okay? So the only way to unlock half of these new live events and this new string of live events was to pay $29.99. $29.99 on a free-to-play game. EA Sports, are you kidding me? And that's the kind of stuff you constantly give us consumers. Half of the events were locked because I'm not gonna spend $30. I'm not gonna spend $1 on most free to on any free to play game unless I really, really, really like it. But $30 to unlock half the events? I mean, that's a joke. That's a literal joke. And his reviews are gonna stay high because there's a bunch of 1-star reviews for the app, but you're gonna stay high because most of the people who get the game, they can say, oh wow, the gameplay is so much fun. Oh my god, NBA Live Mobile, I'm playing basketball on my phone. And then once you get to the nuts and bolts of it, after a while you realize, oh my god, EA Sports is being EA Sports, well, as usual, and it's just ridiculous. I'm not joking. $29.99 to unlock half the live events, and that's ridiculous. So here's some of the reviews. Well, not the day that happened. I just screenshot a bunch of the reviews. This happened, I don't know, I think a month or two ago because I've been done with the game. I'm feeling so much better. NBA Live Mobile free. I feel so much better. So here's a few of the reviews. I'm not gonna read the usernames of the people who said it, or the account names of the people who said these reviews for privacy reasons, but I'll read a few. So let's see. Ranked 9. This person said this on 426. Ranked 985th in the previous Showdown season, but never got 95 John Wall as a reward. Good luck with that. Email EA Sports and a specialist, Herrick E, told me that the reward is based on in-app purchases, which is a measure of customer loyalty. Reported it 3 times already. Hope you can help me this time. Well, I mean, am I surprised? NBA Live is 18 for the console. Is like the only NBA Live game I can think of that doesn't have like these. The only EA Sports game I can think of where there's not a bunch of crazy in-app purchases and stuff. So that's not surprising. Okay, Kevin, I'm not gonna say his last name, said on 5.4, the one thing I really hate about this game is that they try to force your hand in spending money to play. Even when playing the game, a simple easy basket gets missed in order for you to spend more stamina and make you spend money on either more stamina or better players. In order to get a good team, you're forced to spend $$. EA Sports for you. Julius, really frustrated. Put in so much time, effort, and money into this game for them to update it and take all the players I had away. I had many elite player and high-level gold player, and on my team barely has any gold players. This makes me want to never buy anything in this game or even try because what if they update again? Wish you guys would help me receive my old team back. So do I, Julius. So do I. Let's read one more review. There's a lot of unhappy people, but let's see. Trusty. I'm not going to read the other part of that username for privacy issues. This game truly is the best basketball game app. I totally agree with this, by the way. But that's the worst part about it. Totally agree with that, by the way. The controls are right where they need to be. True. The graphics are not that bad considering that most phones can sustain this app. True. But it's a gameplay that doesn't give me its 5 stars. Let's say it's a practice event or an event that doesn't reward anything. You'll make any shot in the world. But if it's a special event, all the bench players that are less than 80 overall, they're turned to Hall of Famers. The game really doesn't want you to win unless you pay. And I'm not paying for any stupid EA Sports games anymore. Battlefront. Battlefront 1. I got it as a sort of deal with my PlayStation, right? As a bundle or whatnot. And oh my god. I got like half. It felt like I was getting half a game. It was just, oh my. Didn't even give me a full game to start with. And I was just like, what the heck? So I understand you having to play for the PlayStation Plus and whatnot for multiplayer. But once I play for PlayStation Plus, can I at least have like 3/4 of the game, please? Half the stuff you couldn't unlock unless you get all these stupid expansion packs and whatnot. And then we have the Battlefront 2. You can tell everyone's unhappy with that as well. And do I blame them? No. Because it's just EA Sports doing... I haven't gotten into it, but EA Sports is just, of course, doing their EA Sports thing where you can't have a perfect product. They'll never give you just the well-rounded product you deserve. So Battlefront 2, I didn't even bother getting into it or looking at it, or see, yeah, you've been looking at it. The reviews weren't that good. People were complaining. I'm like, not gonna do that, because EA Sports to the game, that's a joke. That's an absolute joke when they say EA Sports to the game. No, to EA Sports to my pockets, to my the fat guy swimming in his money, taking all these trying to take all the consumers' money. And we gotta stop giving it to them, because they're so greedy and they don't deserve it. EA Sports to the money. EA Sports to the microtransactions. But I'm tired of EA Sports doing these dumb things. NBA Live 19, let's see how they go from there. Let's see if they redeem themselves. NBA Live 18, it had potential. It has real potential, and I like playing it, but you could have made it a really good game, but you guys got lazy, and you couldn't even update it, like a few additions to the store or just anything. Like, guys, stop being lazy. And Madden, you better put some new stuff in Madden, because I'm sick of the same old nonsense every year. The same old boring stuff. That's why I don't get Madden games anymore. But I can go to someone's house, play, and be like, yep, it's just it's the same old stuff it's been for the last, I don't know, 6 years. And since like 2013 when they added auto sprint, that was like the last big feature in a Madden game. So yeah, I'm just done with EA Sports. People are gonna catch up to what they've been doing, and they're gonna lose a lot of their fan base unless they can really, once they lose their monopoly on the football game franchise Madden. When other people start making football games, then they're gonna be in real trouble. With Battlefront, people already know it's not an ideal game to get, so that's already just flawed. But of course, some people have gotten it just because of Star Wars. But people are going to start catching up to what EA Sports is about, and this company, and it really needs to make a 180 turn, because people are catching. We know from NBA Live Mobile, that just awful. Just microtransactions galore to a good game. NBA Live 18, you guys got lazy. Just come on. Madden's the same old stuff every year. And then, of course, I'm just microtransactions. So, EA Sports, my message to you is simple. Get it together. Give us a well-rounded product, and I'll happily keep buying your games. But until then, no, I'm no more. I'm done. I can't handle the constant letdowns and the constant buying half of products and such. So let me know what you guys think about EA Sports in the comments. What you think about my thoughts about EA Sports. But I think their future is not looking too bright unless they make some big changes about what they are about as a company. And I hope NBA Live 19 is going to be a really good game. No or not a significant amount of microtransactions. So, yeah, those are my thoughts about EA Sports. I hope they turn it around for their sake. And I like their games, even though they're often mediocre. I like their games in principle. So, yeah. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys.
Ingram gets the banker to drop.